The path you create is amazing when you learn how first to get out of your own way. My friends, I don't know how to put the good in goodbye for this month of Mania Mentoring, but I would like to express my gratitude to you and summarize in this last clip from this Mania Mentoring closed Facebook group. When I felt nervous and excited by Sarah's invitation to substitute for someone with a very high profile on fitness at the keynote, I thought I'm going to do this despite what was going on in my personal life at that time, specifically during the hours of the keynote and the day before and the day after. And when I decided, through Yuri's wonderful suggestion, to give Mania Mentoring as an attitude, gesture, and offering of love, of service, there were about 500 of you in the room. 33 of you emailed me, a very symbolic number, if you know biblically why. And then 25 of you consistently read and follow, listen to, and watch the posts from this group during the month. And 10 of you are very, very active. And in the law of averages for fitness and engagement in social media, that's above average. And that doesn't meet any means of stroking my ego, but it does mean that those of you who attend SCW Mania in New York are very serious about your career. So kudos to each of you. And thank you for allowing me into your lives, both professionally and in some degree personally, because we have been thinking about things like language skills. What did we talk about in this month? We started with our big umbrella under which we stand in everything we do, and that is our message, our mission, and our vision. My tag is findlawrence.com, but on the back of my shirt you see wellness without walls. That's my message. It's what I do. Take wellness, not fitness, and definitely not exercise, around the world, not confined to any one country, club culture, and also do what I've learned from Mary Poppins. The path I create is inspirationally amazing, but first I have to learn how to get out of my own way. So mentors, whenever you choose a mentor, help you see where your own created blocks are, where your strengths are, what the industry standards are for that career, and then you move forward. I think the hardest part of mentoring is choosing a mentor in whom you believe and whom you trust. Then all the work is easy. It might really set you free, what the mentors say, but first it's really going to piss you off. But you don't have to worry about, should I? Is this honest? Is this true? Does it apply to me? Once you've trusted a mentor, then the work is laid out for you. All you have to do is learn how you set yourself up for success based on decisions we make, or set yourself up for not success based on other decisions that we make. So we looked at our message, mission, and vision, and then on second week, we looked at self-care. We can't spread our message, mission, and vision and serve from a teapot that is empty, or rancid, or half full. Although I like to say that the teapot is always 100% full. Half full with tea and half full with air. So it's always 100% full. After we looked at self-care, I put you some articles I've written over the years about self-care, and they don't work on my website. You have to go to my website, click on Learn, click on Read, download and read them. It's all pro bono. It's all there for free. But the articles don't work when they remain words on pages. We have to take the inking and make it our thinking. Yeah? I hope you will agree to that. Then we had a free-for-all Friday where I said, hashtag ask me anything. Many of you did, and I responded to such open-ended questions as, how do I become a presenter? How can I figure out which continuing education programs are valid to take? And my favorite of all your questions, how do I put all of this month of mentoring together and go use it with my classes and clients on Monday? I thought that was a very interesting question because it was very honest. How do we put everything together? And I answered in the best way I could in 15 minutes, because 15 minutes is the maximum for any one boxer, and who needs more than 15 minutes of Lawrence at any one time? My mother's done at 2 minutes. Then we had a week of language skills, language current standards and guidelines in the industry, and then we had some things that we don't say anymore, and we spent some time on those. Make sure that in addition to that original post, language tips, you go back and be sure you've read every single post under that, just like self-care, just like message, mission, vision, just like our next week theme, social media tips. I subsequently went back and added more tips because some of you asked privately and publicly those additional questions. So I try to give you the message of how to spread your message, build community, and most importantly, have your select tribe from what you do on social media. Some of you said you are not on social media, some of you have had bad experiences, some of you have said because of family issues you'd rather stay off of social media, and I respect all of that. I just take the Lawrence-ism 10 years ago when Facebook started, or MySpace. Oh, I won't do that. I'm not going to have a Facebook. I'm not going to book my life. I'm not going to read my life. I'm going to live my life. Why do I want others to know what I'm doing? Well, I've currently changed that. Maybe mirror image should be like this. I've changed that approach, and now I understand that I do so much of what I spread my message through social media. I got out of my own way because I was in my own way. I don't need to. So please make sure message, mission, and vision, social media, and language tips, you go back. We spent the last week looking at my tips in a general sense, if you will, of how I invite you to consider boosting your normal, if you will, to something other than normal, to your unique selling points and your value-added service. What you do in a very personality-driven, instructor-driven, and personal trainer-driven market. Even though the industry, in its huge trend towards pre-choreograph, wants us to think one size, in many instances, fits all when you memorize and regurgitate the magic moves and music, and I love some aspects of pre-choreograph programming, and I've gone through every one of Les Mills' programs, for example, because I think it's important to be able to write about those programs from the inside. I invite you, if you ever have any questions in the future, you don't have to worry about how to find me, because that's pretty easy. Make sure in any way that you move forward in your fitness career as a full-time profession that you have a mentor. Mentors open doors. They can repair, they can reconnect, and they can reconstruct. And that's so important to have that service learning system on which you can depend. I also have a VIP mailing list that I have not subscribed you to unless you willingly subscribe yourself. And I often give tips and trips and discounts to all the people on my mailing list because they opt into my life. Not everyone on social media wants to know everything that's going on in my life, as opposed to saying, Lawrence, I want your VIP list, tell me what's going on. I can't find the good in goodbye. I will say thank you very much with gratitude for letting me give you some of my secrets from 1983 in the industry as an overfat youth to getting involved in fitness at a time when there were no certifications. Through seeing trends and fads come and go, and seeing what we need to have in our industry now to make it very successfully, to make our career advance. I conclude with the sentence I used from Mary Poppins' How I Began. It truly is the most amazing path we can walk on, embark on, and enjoy when we learn how to get out of first our own way.
Forever and ever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you together forever. That's how it must be. To live without you would only mean heartbreak for me.